What's up, Guardians? Today we'll be going over public events and the triggers that make them heroic. I know some of you may ask, why should I make them heroic? Well, for starters, better rewards through XP and drop rates. Secondly, some quests may require you to finish heroic events in order to complete them. And lastly, in one case, you can only acquire a collectible through activating this particular heroic event. So let's get started. The Glimmer Extraction public event. The heroic trigger for this event is the Glimmer Extractors on the ground that appear after the first wave of enemies killed. You have to destroy them in each one of the locations the extraction takes you to. Once all three have been destroyed, then a pile of Glimmer will appear. Just stand on the pile of Glimmer until you reach 100% and you're done. Note that if your timer ticks down to 0 and you have still not gotten to 100%, as long as you are still standing on the Glimmer, you can complete it. You just can't leave the circle until you reach 100%. The Ether Resupply public event. This heroic trigger is a pretty simple one, as in all you have to do is damage the big servitor until he summons the regular servitors. Destroy each one he summons before they disappear to make the event heroic. Then just destroy the giant servitor as usual to complete. The Injection Rig public event. The heroic trigger for this one is to kill the Elite Scion to open the vents on the rig. Destroy all 3 vents to activate the heroic. There are vents on the top, middle, and bottom of the rig, and you have until the 4th wave to do this. Note it will not say the heroic is activated until all 3 elites and vents have been taken down. You know the vent has been destroyed once it starts to smoke. The Cabal Excavation event. To turn this event heroic, you must stand in the white circle around the drill until it is around 30 to 40% captured. Be mindful of the red flashing lights. This means missiles are dropping in that location. A thresher ship will start to fly down. Destroy this ship to make the event heroic. The Arsenal Walker event. To activate the heroic here, you must destroy the walker's legs. Once destroyed, it will drop 3 charges that you must then take to the force fields around it and deposit them. You will need to break at least 2 legs to get all 6 charges, so be mindful of the damage you inflict on the walker. Once all 3 force fields are down, the heroic event is triggered. The Vex Construct public event. To trigger this event, you must capture 3 Vex plates. They are placed around the construct, and you can tell where they are by following the light from the spire. Keep Vex from integrating with the spire and capture 3 plates, and the heroic will activate. Then continue to keep the Vex from integrating to finish. The Witch's Ritual event. To activate the heroic for this event, you have to stand on the sigil plates to bring down the wizard's shields. Once their shields are down, you can kill them. Do this for both sides. Then you have to destroy the shielded crystals at the top of the front wall. You do this the same way as the wizard's shields, standing on the sigil until the shield comes down and then destroying them on each side. The Vex Crossroads event on Mercury. To activate this heroic trigger, you must destroy floating crystals to get to a capture plate. On the first island you shoot across to, after depositing the charge in the middle of the island, a crystal will spawn in the back. Destroy this crystal to spawn a platform. Jump across to the platform and destroy the next batch of crystals. Do this one more time to make it to the top, where you'll find a capture plate. Once you've charged this plate all the way, the heroic event will trigger. Note, there is also a golden chest on each island. The Warset Down event. To activate this heroic, you must kill 3 Shriekers around the Warset. To get them to open up, you have to kill the 2 wizards that spawn in for each one of them. The wizards usually spawn at about 25%, 50%, and 75% secured rate. You must destroy all 3 Shriekers before reaching 100% secure on the satellite. The Cryo Pot event. To activate this heroic, you must bring the elite's health down to the point where the cryopod starts electrifying the floor. Then you have to shoot the smoking vents on the lower part of the pod to open them up. Pick up the cryo orb from inside the vent and throw it at the elite. You must do this 3 times. Note that you can actually use the 4th cryo orb to throw at the ground to stop the electrifying. Once the elite is frozen in spot, hold the capture zone until 100% to complete. The Ether Ritual Public Event. To activate this public event, you must kill the chieftain on each side of the servitor. Once the chieftain is dead, ether will begin to flow towards the servitor in the middle. You have to destroy each blob of ether before it gets to the servitor. Once all 3 sides have been secured, the heroic will trigger. Note that if you are using a gun with Outlaw, the Outlaw perk will proc upon killing an ether blob for faster reloads. The Taken Blight event. To trigger the heroic event on the Taken Blight, you have to damage the main Blight. To do this, there are other smaller Blights around it. You have to step inside them, then step back out. You will have a buff over your super bar called the Blight Receding, which lasts for 4 seconds. During those 4 seconds is the only time you can damage the main Blight. You can get the Blight Receding buff as many times as you need in order to damage the main Blight. It is also easier to damage once it's moved the 2nd time. After the Blight is damaged enough, the heroic will trigger, and then you must kill a Taken Elite. The Rift Generator event. To trigger this heroic event, you must destroy 3 Blights and 3 Wizards. After inserting a charge into the generator, you will have to keep it from being destroyed. Killing the abominations to gather more charges for the generator will bring its health back. Once the enemies move to another side, watch carefully on each side. At random, a Taken Blight will appear over the water. You have to destroy it. Once you've destroyed 3 of these, 3 Hive Wizards will appear around the generator. Kill the 3 of them to be teleported into the Ascendant Realm. There you will have to beat a powerful boss. This is also the room that has a secret collectible in it near the beach. There is also a secret triumph for this event in which you never let the generator drop from 100%. So this concludes the heroic triggers for the events through the end of Year 2 of Destiny 2. I will be adding more throughout the next year as we are moving into Year 3 on October 1st. So guys, this was my first YouTube video, so let me know if you found it helpful. And a like and subscribe are always appreciated. So I hope I could see you guys out there. Have a good day.